Gotta be ready for when the war starts. Fighting these battles through life got us accumulating war scars. Nothing is given. We going through these curses while we living. We soldiers on a mission until the dead in Christ is risen. I thank the Lord for Abba Biggins, Most High in Christ, for all the fallen soldiers that I didn't mention, for all the fallen sisters too, through the years trying to fight back the tears cause we missing you. And I never met Kama War, but I hear stories from the brothers. In the truth, he was a dinosaur. And I know one day we all gotta die. I pray I go honorable like Makata's eye. Fighting through these curses to survive, I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers, fighting through these curses to survive, I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers. It's war at all costs, they killing us off. We holding on to all thoughts, no memories lost, and you can fall for they snare.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of them slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on,
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on by the bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. So they like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit.
Hey, one way, one way, one way, one way, one way.
Coming up on my new bullshit.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drums, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit.
west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas feel like a tire, but down the D, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to ignite, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop it, ass shit. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass shit, stop it, ass shit. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother on high. Your baby passed through the fire. Ain't she the prophets? That baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, and she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, and she the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga.
I.S.U.P.K 53rd Annual Lord Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you.
That's right.
It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we stop that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Here's a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of Lords.
Control your dishes, pots, pans, forks, knives.
I kind of like this. This is like an apartment, and a hotel, you know what I mean? This here right here is about to be holy ground. It's going to be holy ground. All our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. Brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout. We just want the grades. I'm just trying to get it.
This is going to be glorious.
We don't give a fuck. You can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud. Straight up out the base.
I.S.U.P.K 53rd Annual Lord Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you.
That's right.
It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we stop that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Here's a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of Lords.
Control your dishes, pots, pans, forks, knives.
I kind of like this. This is like an apartment, and a hotel, you know what I mean? This here right here is about to be holy ground. It's going to be holy ground. All our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout. We just want the grades. I'm just trying to get it.
This is going to be glorious.
We don't give a fuck, you can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud, straight up out the base.
All right, shalom. We're on the ends. Me, myself, Officer Karafia. You know me, to my right, I got Officer Dumgabar, the Blood Warrior, Executioner Daya. You get me? Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Zaya Kwa from Leeds, to Zarpan from Mani, a Halbar from Brum. We also got in there Kamala, Ayesha. You know, we got Ty from London. Big up to everyone. Shout out to everybody. Tazna what I from Brum. You know me? Shout out to everyone, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Thanks to everyone that's been supporting from day one. Like, share, subscribe. Call in, man. 079 607 46784. 079 607 46784. Man, make sure you like, subscribe, call in, questions, comments, the whole nine. We have classes. So big up to Shamgar as well, man. Big up to Shamgar, man. Shamgar been killing me lately, you know. I've been messaging Shamgar, hit me back in Hebrew. Hit me back with Hebrew letters and shit. I was like, you Shamgar, so everything cool? God. Hit me with the car and the now, like this nigga here, but Shamgar killing that Hebrew class, man. So lucky, man. Big up to Parak, Yasha Allah as well, man. Big to everyone live and inside, man. Also at classes at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW, and that's 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW, every Monday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Every Thursday, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Also, online classes every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You know what I mean? Officer Tazarpan is a powerful brotherhood class, man. Teaches black men how to love each other. You know what I mean? How to, you know, prefer each other. How to love black women, black families, the whole nine. And you learn that every Tuesday, 7 to 9, online at I.S.U.P.K _UK on Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope as well online. Also, Shamgar got a powerful class every Friday, 7 to 8, is it? 7 to 9, 7 to 8?
7 to half 8.
7 to half 8 with the Hebrew. If you want to learn the Hebrew, you better log into that class, man. Powerful, man. You learn everything. You learn the masculine, the feminine, the past tense, future tense, pronouns, the whole nine, man. You just missed it, in fact. If you just missed it, don't miss it next week, man. You know, I'm hearing Shamgar's going live these days too, you know. You know what I mean? Listen, any man, you know what I mean? Any man that can message a man in Hebrew fluently, listen, that's the man's class we gotta watch, man. Right. Also, make sure you contact the school in regards to Passover, in regards to flights, hotels, the whole nine. Any announcements on about with the holidays?
Yeah, we got the Feast of Purim coming up, February 14th and 15th, 2-day feast, Monday and Tuesday. We're gonna have that at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. That's right. Come on down to that, man. Also, we got some other events in the school. We'll let you know future dates, lectures, and all of them things coming up, man. We'll let you know about all of those things. But for now, just log into the classes, subscribe, do all of those things, man. Send in your pre-spons and all of them things, man. Get me? Do all of those things, man. Send in some stuff, man, so we can get some new books, man. Well, we need some new history books. So send in your funds so we can get some new history books, man.
All of that, man. So again, make sure you like, share, subscribe. And we're gonna get into it, man. A couple of things happened this week, not much, but a couple of things happened this week, man. I'm hearing now they're trying to the school is trying to ban the word bear, man. You know, black people say, yo, I got bear money, man, or I got bear problems, man. I'm trying to ban the word, man. When oppressors or white people got many words, man, they say stuff like what? Yeah, mate, or sound, sweet. What else did they say?
Lovely jubbly. That's poker. White man word.
No one ain't banning their words. We come out with a word now and no, that's unacceptable. That's not proper English. And that's the life of a black man in the UK, man. That not only can you not have your braids out, Not only is it offending, if you have big braids, it's frowned upon. You can have braids, but they gotta be presentable. They gotta be small enough so the white man can give you the okay. And now, guess what, black man? You can't even talk how you want to talk, man. You can't talk how you want to talk. You couldn't have braids. You know what I mean? You couldn't have your own lingo. And now, guess what? There's certain words that they want to ban from school. If you say this word, you can end up in detention, man, or end up suspended, man. Meanwhile, all nations can. The Indian man can talk his language, man. All nations got their own slang and things they say. Listen, oppressors themselves have their own slang. You know, man, we say something that, we got from, being Caribbean. We say bear, which means, a lot or enough. Now look at this, man. They want to ban it from schools, man. You know what I mean? Let me share it real quick. That's terrible, man. You chime in if you want as well, man. Everyone's want to call in regards to that, man. Look at this, man. It goes outrage as schools ban black words like bear. What a ban the word. How can you ban the word, man? Listen, if they ban that word and I'm in school, then I'm gonna get suspended, man. Right. Because that's a word that I don't plan to use. It comes out my mouth naturally. If I'm talking like, yeah, man, I got bear gal, man. Boom, I'm getting suspended naturally, man. So they have to suspend me. So lucky, man. Send me home to my parents with a slip or certain car. Naturally, that's coming out, man. It's lucky, man. What's anything on that?
That's just weird to me. So they're banning it, and what words do they want the kids to use instead?
Well, kids always use slang, no matter what culture you are, man. They've always been using slang, man. Like even white people say stuff like cool or dude or whatever, man. No one ain't banning them words.
And this is UK schools. The ban won't last long. I mean, it's just that word is rooted in Black history, man. There's just certain words that we use, certain dialects that we use, and they want to ban them. That word's not even a swear word.
That's right.
It's not even offensive. I mean, a man would just say, "Yo, I got bare girls, I got bare money, I got bare food." It's how Black people talk, man, and they want to ban that. The thing is this, man. We need to set up Black schools, man, where we can just say whatever we want, where we can speak our own lingo, our own dialect, where Black culture doesn't have to be cancelled.
That's right.
And this is why in the I.S.U.P.K, Black culture is not cancelled in here, man. You can come here and use that term as much as you want, man.
You can use it bare times, man. You can come here, you can use it bare times, man.
There you go.
But out here, man, it's a shame because it's mad. White people don't even speak English anyway. You go to Key Standing and get your average white guy, they don't speak English, man. They'll be like, yeah, I'm 30. Nah, and they don't talk Queen's English themselves. Look at people from Liverpool, can't be damn near can hear what they're saying. You have subtitles, hear what they're saying. Look at Scottish people, man. Talking about what are they saying? I. You say, yo, is that yours? I. Not even yes. They say I, and no one goes, listen, you got to start the I stuff, man. The I stuff ain't proper English, man. You know what I mean? People in up north say, yeah, I'm going to the toilet. No one goes, no, to the toilet, man. But with us though, everyone's quick to point the finger and start banning words, man. Damn. Listen to that, man. Oh, listen, you said that there must be a statue, the BBC statue. Yeah. There must be apparently there's a BBC statue here of a naked child with a man around him. And this man went up there with his one hammer, tried to knock the statue down, and shit was hilarious. He made no progress at all. I think he was chipping away at the knees and stuff, with no progress whatsoever, man. So let me show you real quick.
But I mean that it was yeah. Was it this build? Yes. And stock pictures before they built that one on the side. Crazy yeah, I'm not saying that, you know, it's choice of which boy to pick, right?
This was a clown, man. Listen, man, it's a pedophile statue that you don't like, man. Listen, just do it the proper way, man. Go sign a petition, man.
Right.
This man got himself locked up, and guess what? The statue still stands. It's got a bit of chipped knees and stuff. It still stands, man. And let me tell you something. This man's angry. He's angry at the pictures like it's something new. Like naked boys, I gotta take the statue down. Listen, man, Europeans have always made pictures about young naked boys, man.
Right.
When you go to them Catholic priests and you go to watch the Sistine Chapel, the picture of God was supposed to be God naked, man. Naked, touching Adam's hand, who's also naked, man. Listen, if you draw them pictures today, they will lock you up, man. That is child pornography. And they draw a picture of angels, little baby angels, man, naked. If you used to draw them same pictures today, they will lock you up, man. And that's what the Catholic Church is based on, man. Right. Pedophilia, child molestation, all sorts of sexual deviancy, and they call it art. Right. Or it's artwork. That ain't artwork, man. And this man, fair enough, he's sick of the whole pedophilia. But guess what? The Catholic Church was based on pedophilia, man. Right. If you want to go to the BBC and knock down this statue, then you got to go all throughout Rome and knock down all them statues, man. All them babies with wings, with their private parts out. All them statues with the women with their breast out. You have to go to the Sistine Chapel and paint over that. Listen, it just begins, man. It's like it up.
Right. Listen, man. These pictures is nothing new, man. When Rodrigo Borgia commissioned Michelangelo to do all his paintings, just look at the book. You can get the book. It's called the complete works of Michelangelo. It's called the complete paintings of Michelangelo. And then when you look at all the pictures of Michelangelo's paintings, every picture is naked. Every picture is little boys naked, grown men naked, women naked. And the Catholic Church commissioned these men to paint the pictures. And one time Michelangelo left Rome, and the Pope brought him back to Rome because he wanted more pictures, man. Yeah. He wanted more pictures, and he wanted him to do more sculptures and everything, man. The book's called The Complete Works of Michelangelo. Now, also, there's other Italian artists, Botticelli and all of them, who used to do what? All their pictures is of naked babies, man.
That name even sounds Dutch,
Botticelli. Even Leonardo da Vinci, all of them, man. All them famous Italian artists is known for what? Painting babies naked. Like, even if you type in on there Michelangelo painting, I guarantee, type in Michelangelo painting, it will probably bring up some naked ones, because the whole book is full of nakedness. There you go. Scroll down. See there. The first one there. There's more there. All Michelangelo did was painted naked pictures, man. And a so-called man of God, who was the Pope at the time, commissioned him to do so, man. And these are some of the pictures that is in the book. It's called the complete works of Michelangelo. And these is all the pictures. Every picture is a naked man on there. Every single picture. Throughout the whole book, the front cover of the book is a naked man on there. Really? The back of the book is a naked man on there. And all these pictures is what he painted, man. There's tons of them.
That's not enough. Angels naked, Adam naked. Damn. See, some orgy type thing, all the angels together that's naked. That's crazy, man. So this man wants to stop pedophilia, and he got a job on his hands, man.
Right.
He needs to take a trip to Italy and get working, man. Cause he was struggling with that one statue from what I saw. So he needs to go to Italy and Rome, man, and get chiseling, man. Cause Michelangelo's known for drawing people naked, man. Women, even children. That is child pornography, man.
Right.
And today they got the nerve to call that art, man. How come, let me tell you something? Everything the white man does is justified. How come black men have dog fights, which is wrong? We have dog fights and we make money from it. Black men are known for having dog fights. It's something that, is predominantly a black crime. And the police lock us up, man, under the Animal Cruelty Act. Meanwhile, white people have horse racing, man. But they beat the shit out of a horse to make it run fast and make it jump. And people place bets. You go to the bookies right now and place a bet. In fact, it's a rich man's sport, man, to watch horse racing. But when white people do it, so it's fine. So all of a sudden, beating an animal ain't animal cruelty no more, man.
Right.
Not animal cruelty no more. Black men was known for selling crack and stuff, and the lock us up for it, man. The crack cocaine is mainly a black crime, or what meth is what a white man's drug, say. And they lock us up for it, man. Meanwhile, the white man sells cigarettes, man. And guess what? The government gets taxed off it, man. You know, prostitution's illegal. But when the white man does it, it's fine. You know what I mean? They call it escort system. Why? Because escorts are paying taxes, man. Guess what? They locked up black people having a party during COVID, man. Meanwhile, guess what? Boris Johnson had a party during COVID, man. Boris had a party during COVID. And guess what Boris said? I didn't know. Doug Boris said I didn't know it was a party. The man said I didn't know it was a party. I thought it was a business meeting. A business meeting with wine. Everyone knows you don't drink on the job, man. There's no job in England where you're allowed to drink, man. What you name it, every job, whether it's driving or being a bus driver or a doctor, no job in England you could drink on a job. There's none. Unless you're a wine taster. Guess what? Even wine tasters don't drink the wine. They swirl it in their mouth and they spit it out, man. And this man said, listen, yeah, I thought it was having a business meeting, wine and cheese, man. Then laughed about it, man. And even got the decency to resign. And if you're a black man saying that this is your leader, shame on you, man. Number one, black man, England is against you as a whole. England deported your people, man, made them cocaine and cotton and all sorts. And if you want to put your trust in England, if the shame on you, man. They can't even follow their own rules, man. The Bible said Jesus Christ was just, man. Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Lord and King over every black man, not Boris Johnson, man. Jesus Christ commanded us not to sin. And guess what? Christ himself didn't sin. Boris Johnson commands you to stay in your house and follow lockdown measures. Meanwhile, he can't stay in his house and follow lockdown measures, man. Right. And this, you see him getting ridiculed in the House of Parliament. Listen, this shit was hard to watch, man. Now I saw him. I saw that as well. He won on the black yelling it. But also I saw him in the House of Parliament getting grilled by the public, man. Yo, they was having none of it, man. Let me see if I can play that real quick, man. They went ramping, laughing to scorn the whole nine. Getting a hard time of it, man. So lucky. Let me see if I got it real quick.
Realised he was at a party. That he didn't realise he was at a party. It is so ridiculous that it's actually offensive to the British public. He's finally been forced to admit what everyone knew, that when the whole country was locked down, he was hosting boozy parties in Downing Street. Yes. Is he now going to do the decent thing and resign?
Well, Mr. Speaker, it is...
I think somebody will be going for another cup of tea as well. Can I just say, the question's been asked. I want to know the answer. Your constituents want to know the answer. I don't need any extra help either. So please, Prime Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the point that he's making about the event that I attended. I want to repeat that I thought it was a work event, and Mr. Speaker, I regret very much that we did not do things differently that evening. Mr. Speaker, as I've said, and I take responsibility and I apologise, Mr. Speaker.
Look at that, man. That's the Prime Minister of the UK, man. The man in charge of the UK that can't even follow his own laws, man. Can't even follow his own rules, man. And we must vote for him. Let me tell you something, man. According to the Bible, it is a sin to vote, man. It is a sin to vote. The Lord said that what he put us under a foolish nation. Why? Because we wouldn't obey him, man. And this is the foolish nation that we're under. We started serving gods that weren't gods and pissed the Lord off. So the Lord put up a people that ain't a people to piss us off, man. And we got to look at this and say, gosh, these people are over me. The man clearly at a party saying that I didn't know it was a party. And this is what the Lord put over us, man. And people that will damage the ozone layer and pollute the same waters that we got to drink, man. That's what the Lord put over us. Why? So we will come back to him, man. And so you're saying this, so lucky, don't go
I'm Boris, man. Boris has to be the worst prime minister in history, man. This is how you know England is going down, man. If you can put a country into the hands of Boris Johnson, it shows what state this country's in, man.
That's right.
Boris Johnson ain't even taking this country serious. Boris Johnson's partying and drinking and dancing with women during COVID. You got Matt Hancock, who's the House Secretary, telling you one thing. He's having an affair in his office. Listen, man, the whole country is upside down. Like all of these MPs, they're meant to keep every English law the best, man. Because they're the one that's pushing them and enforce them, and they make new laws in their House of Commons and whatnot. They go there and sit down and decide on what new laws they want to make. They decide, all right, then we're going to put the price of the fine up for people who's breaking COVID rules. Meanwhile, Boris Johnson was partying, man. Imagine you was getting fined for having your little black parties, and Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, was having parties, man. He's supposed to lead by example. He's supposed to be like, you know what? I'm not going to party because no one else can party. But he don't care about how it looks. He's partying, and then he comes with an apology. I didn't know it was a party, which he's better off just not saying anything, man. He didn't know it wasn't a party. Listen, man, Boris Johnson should be out of the office right now.
That's right.
I'll be surprised if Boris Johnson gets another term after this, man.
And the thing is this, look how much people who lost loved ones and they couldn't go to their funeral, man. Because there was a cap on how many people could go. You know, imagine that you got a loved one and you couldn't go because only close relatives could go, man. Grandparents that got buried, man, and only 10 people could attend. And you did that, why? Because, you know, you're following the rules, man. Look how much people had parents from other cities that they couldn't see. Why? Because they're following the measures, man. And meanwhile, the Prime Minister's having the time of his life. He ain't following no measures, man. His life ain't changed. The Prime Minister said in a quote, man, it's going to take all of us to make sacrifices to make this a better place. He didn't make no sacrifices, man. So luck, yeah. He didn't make none. He carried on doing what he was doing. He had his Christmas party. Meanwhile, black people having parties, they're giving us fines. And that's why black man, listen, our king is Yahawashi, man. It's a black man called Yahawashi that loves and died and give his life for black people, not no Boris Johnson, man. We don't trust in Boris Johnson. The Bible called Christ faithful, man. Faithful, someone that keeps their word. Boris don't keep his word, man. Right. Boris Johnson don't keep his word, man. If you're a black man hoping in Boris Johnson going to change black people and make England a better place for black people, shame on you, man. Boris Johnson can't even keep his own word. He couldn't stay away from a party, man, in 10 Downing Street. I ain't got the decency, to be honest. At least Matt Hancock gave his wife one. At least Matt Hancock owned it, man. He owned it and said, you know what, I'll resign. You know what I mean? One of Boris Johnson's spokeswomen, she owned it and said, you know what, I was at a party and she resigned. Boris Johnson ain't even got the balls to resign, man. Ain't got the decency to say, you know what, I'm at a party. The man goes, I didn't know it was a party, man. How do you not know it's a party, man? It's a luck, yeah? How do you turn up at an event and there's a DJ and you think it's work? How do you see wine and cheese and all the stuff that they have and music playing and you don't know it's an event, man? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If Boris Johnson didn't know that was a party, then guess what? He shouldn't be Prime Minister, man. Right. Simply, if you can't tell the difference between a party and a business meeting, then you shouldn't be Prime Minister, man. So luck, yeah. We'll go to the next one.
The day that we do, and I just think like you're given one life and it's down to you what you do with it. Like you can literally go in any direction. And when I've spoken about that before in the past, I have been slammed a little bit with people saying, you know, like it's easy for you to say that, you know, you've not grown up in poverty, you've not grown up, you know, with major money struggles. So for you to sit there and say that we all have the same 24 hours in a day, it's not correct. And I'm like, but technically what I'm saying is correct. We do. So I understand that obviously we all have different backgrounds and we're all raised in different ways and we do have different financial situations. But I think if you want something enough, you can achieve it. And it just depends to what lengths you want to go to get where you want to be in the future. And I'll go to any lengths. Like I've worked my absolute arse off to get where I am now.
So this woman here saying that, what's saying, Molly May, some influencer saying that everyone got the same 24 hours, man. What do you think about that, Dunga Boy? Everyone got the same 24 hours. She's saying that, well, if I can make it, you can make it because 24 hours is 24 hours no matter where you go. Go on, but break it down.
24 hours, a white man's 24 hours is different to black people's 24 hours. That's right. Imagine you've got 24 hours of white privilege, man. That's right. And black people have 24 hours of struggle, hardship, can't get jobs. Our 24 hours ain't the same, man. Yes, there's 24 hours in the day, but what I have to go through in mine is different to what you have to go through in yours, man. These like got the world at their feet, and she's what's she famous for, going on Love Island? Yeah. She's famous for going on Love Island, and now she wants to make these comments. Oh, everybody's got the same 24 hours. No, they don't, man. Just look at people's life, and you'll see that everyone doesn't have the same 24 hours. Some people are in poverty, some people ain't, man. She's basically in a rich family. She's with who? Is it Tommy Fury? She's with. Yeah, she's with Tommy Fury.
Tyson Fury's son or
his brother? So she's already in a rich family, and she's talking about everyone has the same 24 hours. If that's the case, then if we have the same 24 hours, you give me your opportunities, and I'll give you mine. And she'll realize we don't have the same 24 hours. Well, it is, she's just a privileged white girl that thinks she's on top of the world and wants to put people down because she's in a position where she's got money. Now she wants to shit on everybody else who ain't getting money. And that's what rich, white privileged kids do, man. That's what Jake Paul and all of them do. About all of our 24 hours is the same. Tell her, come and do the job that we have to do then. That's right. Tell her, let us just sit on the couch for 24 hours like she does. All she does is goes on Instagram and posts and gets paid for it. I'm sure she signed a 7-figure deal the other day. Whereas a black man has to go to work for minimum wage. He has to go work for minimum wage. He's getting paid pennies and so forth. And this woman right here is saying we both got the same 24 hours. That's one of the most dumbest, ignorant comments you could ever make, man. That's right. She needs to go on that program. What is it? Where the rich people swap their life with the broke people. She needs to go on that program. What's that program called? I can't remember what it's called.
Like a Y.S.U.P.K kind of thing, innit, boy? Yeah, I've seen it once though.
So now she needs to swap. Why is it? I think is it called Rich Dad Poor Dad?
I've seen it once. It wasn't all that, so I left it.
Right, she needs to swap with those people. She needs to go live like poor people and live on a budget. And then we'll see if they got the same 24 hours. Ignore Molly May, man. She's talentless.
That's right.
She's only famous for what? Going on Love Island. Anyone can go on Love Island if you fit the white, what's it called? White privilege again. This is why every Love Island, how much black people do the cast on there a year? One.
It's one black woman. And they want them two to pair up in it.
All the time. So to make it so-called diversity, on Love Island they have one black man, one black woman every year, and then the rest is what? White boys from Scotland, from Wales, white women from Manchester, from Essex. That's their audience, Essex and all of them people. But then, to make it so-called diverse, they have to put the one black person on there. And the black person never gets far in there anyway. Never, ever. You know why? Because the white men on there don't like black women.
That's right.
They don't want to bring this woman home to their parents and say, this is what I'm with. It's not going to happen, man. Black women that stop going on Love Island and shaming themselves.
That's right.
You go on there, yeah, and you picked last, and you declare all your love for these white boys, and guess what? They don't even like you, man. There's no point going on there, man. If you're going to do that, you go on a black show, man.
So black people shouldn't go on Love Island, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Every year it's embarrassing,
Every
man.
year.
And every year they find one. And remember, what's the island called? You've been in there a long time, so you get extra dark as well. Proper burnt up, man. And white guys don't like dark women, so they're like, I ain't fucking here. What's that one guy, man, that was taking all the gal, man? Which one? Ovi. The gal that was loving Ovi on the outside.
Ovi's so cool.
In the show, no girl would fuck you with Ovi. Was it Ovi?
Ovi's so cool.
But on the outside, every girl's on Ovi, man. I thought, see, Ovi needs to be on the outside, man, in the wrong place. But yeah, back to what she said, man. Imagine this. My 24 hours consists of working a minimum wage job, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Checking my family members who are on drugs, man. Trying to get them off drugs, man. Our kids are in gangs, and you got to find out where they are and see if they're okay, man. Picking them up from the police station. And your 24 hours consists of asking your rich dad for some money, man. Our 24 hours ain't different. How am I supposed to get rich when I'm trying to juggle all these children, man? I'm trying to get them off gangs and get them in the right direction. And I'm ducking and dodging gangs and dodging bullets, man, on my way home. But your 24 hours, you can go ask your dad for some investment money, man.
Right.
How's it, we all don't have the same 24 hours, but this is the problem with oppressors, man. Oppressors are so conscienceless. They live such a nice life and cushy life. They look down like, how could someone live like this? Why? Because they're privileged, man. They think that's why these are the same people that look at black people and go, oh, well, you know, it's their own fault, they're on crack. You know, I on crack, so why can't he not be on crack? Because they ain't suffered what we've been through, man. They don't know what it is to lose loved ones for gang violence, man. They don't know what it is to raise from single parent homes and your mom on crack, man. These things would drive you to crack, man.
Right.
And she don't understand that. She sees it as well. Listen, I watched something yesterday, man, on Prime TV, man. You know the game, the rapper, the Game Dad, yeah, was on I think it was PCP at that time, and the Game said his sister used to oversleep in his parents' room. So one day his sister was in the room, and the mom went there, and the dad come home naked. You get me? And he goes, he went in the room and he saw his dad on top of his sister naked. So he dropped his toy, went to his bed. But the dad claims he didn't do nothing with his sister. The dad claims now I was naked, I was sleeping. You get me? And the dad broke down in tears, man. So listen, I'm on PCP, man. The Game can't judge me, man. He ain't the Game's uncle, the dad's brother got stabbed to death. And he goes, he can't judge me. He ain't lost no brother like me. He ain't been on PCP. PCP will take you places you would never know you could go, man. Started to break down crying. And I said, damn, listen, I was like, who do I feel sorry for? The game that watched his dad molest his sister, the sister that got molested, or this man here that lost his brother, smoked PCP and lost his mind. That's the life of black people, man. 3 people here, all hard done by, man. I didn't know who to feel sorry for. They don't have the same 24 hours as Molly May, man.
Right.
What she said there is a horrible, evil statement, man, that I can't even relate to, man. It's like, okay, so what you saw there was a weed dispensary in London. You know what I mean? What's his name? Mayor? What's his name? Sajid Khan. Sajid Khan. What's his name again? Sadeem. I can't remember his name. Sajid Khan, whatever his name is, trying to make weed legal, man. In the city of London. And look at that, man. Look at them. Listen, they've locked up. Look how much black people are behind bars right now for selling weed. And now the country themselves want to make weed legal, man. Listen, look at what people they locked up and gave fines for having parties, and the prime minister's having a party. If that ain't good enough, look at the black men, look at the rastas that they beat up, man. Stomped down with the trunk chain and threw them in the back of the paddy wagon for weed, and now they're gonna make weed legal, man. They owe some people an apology, man. And look at all this weed in London. Guess what? Guess why it's legal? Because the white man gets paid off it.
Right.
If he gets tax money, it's fine. Just like the cigarettes, he gets tax money, so it's fine. Just like with the escorts, he gets tax money. They pay the tax, so it's fine. But when you're a drug dealer making your own money, then it's a problem. Not because you're ruining the community, which is terrible. It's because they don't get a cut from it, man. And because this is legalized weed, they get a cut from it, then it's fine. All of a sudden, the effects of cannabis ain't so bad no more. Remember, drugs are bad for you and they do this to your brain and they ruin your lungs. All of a sudden, drugs ain't bad no more, man. When the white man's getting paid for it, man.
Just the other day, man. On the NHS, they was talking about how harmful weed is, man. On the NHS website, and now they're going to make it legal. Now it's legal, which means everyone who's been locked up for selling weed, they might as well let them out of jail today.
That's right.
Because what they've done is not illegal according to what the UK is about to do. So you would have to let those people out of jail, but they're not going to do that, man. And everyone that got a fine for partying in lockdown, you better reverse that fine, man. So you know what, take your money back because Boris Johnson was partying. Say, don't worry, Boris Johnson was partying, so here's your fine money back. Just finding some people $2,000, $4,000. Meanwhile, Boris Johnson was having parties, man, and he's meant to be the head of this country.
The prime minister,
the
head work of the country. So that,
and he's having parties and all of them things, which means everyone, whoever got a fine for breaching the lockdown rules, you better contact whoever gave you the fine and just mention Boris Johnson's name and then try to get a refund, man. You deserve that refund until Boris Johnson gets a fine. If Boris Johnson gets a fine, I'll be like, fair enough, but I doubt they're going to take any further action against him.
So luck, yeah. They won't even what's it called, investigate the party, man. Apparently had a party on Prince Philip's funeral day, apparently, innit?
Was it that day?
Some shit like that, yeah. That's mad, man. Look, now they want to make weed legal, man. Listen, the effects of weed are crazy, man. Go on the NHS website, man. So if you're a man out there, you love women, listen, you should be smoking weed, man. Weed gives you what, low testosterone. You know what I mean? It messes with you. You're down there, so you can't really tan up or perform, man. You know what I mean? Make sure you're low in stamina, or chesty and stuff. Right. Come on, man. Gives you black lips. Listen, it gives you what? It gives you terrible breath, man. Like, don't you want no mint? Don't want to go to the club and talk to a woman with some minty fresh breath? Like, right. When did nice breath come out of fashion, man? Why would you want to smoke weed? And this is what they're making legal, man. Yeah, it's a shame, man. Yeah, man. Like I was saying, that's what weed does. Mess with your brain, makes you all paranoid, can't think straight. You know, bronchitis, coughing, everything. I thought selling drugs was wrong. You knock the front door of drug dealers off, man. Kick open their door while the kids are in the house, man. Time to interlock their fingers and turn around, flash the flashy light in their eyes. Them saying, man, guess what? You owe an apology to, man. Right. All them people you booted off their door, man, and police like that to flip your house upside down. Police could easily just open a drawer and look for the weed, man. Nah. What they do is drag the whole drawer out, man. Police could easily lift the mattress up, man. What they like to do is flip the mattress, man. And all these people, you owe an apology, man. Right. And legalizing weed is the worst thing you could do, man. You're gonna damage a lot of families and ruin a lot of lives, man. Mess with people's head, turn them psychotic and paranoid, man. They make it like weed's little, like people tell you, like you ask a man, yo, you on drugs? Nah, just weed. Like implying that weed ain't a drug. Weed is a drug, man. I don't care what any Rasta man says, right, man. Weed damages your brain. Listen, in the 90s, yeah, every man older than me was a Rasta. And guess what? In the 2000s, them same Rastas, we saw them, man. And they was walking up and down Soho Road, mad, on the park bench, man, terrorizing the bus. When the Rasta man terrorize the bus, run up and down the bus, man. You see them coming, you cross over the road, man. If you're from London, forget about it. You know what I'm talking about, man. All the madmen that terrorizing people, begging for change, they were Rastas. And guess what did that to them? That weed did that to them, man. Turned them crazy, man. A lot of people now are depressed and got psychological problems. That weed, man. And we smoke that weed, think I need it. It calms me down. It's making you worse, man. That weed's making you worse. If you smoke anything, it's poison, man. Right. Smoke itself is poison. Listen, everyone if your house burns down and you die in that house, the experts will tell you, man, this man died from the smoke before the flames got to him, man. Right. So why would you purposely smoke, man? So okay, man. That's all I'm saying. Do that one, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Some niggas long to see this day, this 420. See how high they get on 420. Listen, some of you been fighting for this day for years, man. You finally been successful. Some of you fighting for this day your whole life. Legalize weed, and now they're about to do it, man. Which means now what? You think they're gonna have them coffee shops where you can smoke weed in there now?
Probably do, man. Shit. Like, bro's been watching the Friday movie too much, man. It's a good movie, man. It's good comedy, man. But that's where it ends, man. You know what I mean? Don't live your life like smoking, man. Damn. Right. I don't know what to say, man. But, yo, it's gonna be England's getting out of control, man. Be the next one.
England's so mad that you got what? Prince Andrew going on trial, man. Prince Andrew going on trial, man.
It's crazy. Yeah, Prince Andrew raping people in the palace. You got Matt Hancock caught giving one in 4K. You got Boris Johnson at a party. You got a man climbing. You got Edward Colston statue getting pulled. Listen, man, it's going crazy, man. This has to be the Lord, man. I'm telling you. Things that you would think would never happen, it's happening, man. You got someone mixed in the royal family and shit. The other day I was watching there. It was the royal family. I saw white people. Then in the back, I saw Meghan. I thought, raw. What's the word commentary, man? You know.
I'm now brandishing in front of you a 21-inch, brutal-looking black knife. It is sharp, believe you me.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
It is terrifying. If someone approached me with that, I would think it was the end of my days.
It is one of the most scary things that I've ever held in my hand. Yeah. There's no two ways about it.
Horrific.
I bought this online for £23.49, entirely legally. And I had it sent to this
all
studio.
Because of the script or writing.
It has got no writing on it. If that had writing on it that said Zombie Hunter 5000, it would be illegal. Because it doesn't, it is completely legal.
So you've done nothing illegal, so you can sit in that studio opposite me with that 21-inch knife, which would kill me in seconds if you,
kill several people.
In seconds.
It is terrifying. But it gets worse, Nick, I'm afraid, because I've heard from several police sources, in fact, this is where the story was alerted to us, that they're turning up to raids on the properties of known violent...
All right. Look at that, man. I keep telling people, man, listen, you can't put your trust in Britain, man. You gotta put your trust in the Lord, man. Listen, the Lord has had a solution for knife crime. The Lord got the solution for black on black crime, man. And what's that solution? Love your brother as you love yourself, man.
Right.
If you love your brother as you love yourself, I'd stop knife crime, man. See, we don't want to put our trust in the Lord. We want to put our trust in the white man. And guess what? The white man can't help you, man. Because all the white man got to do is rub out the word zombie knife, and the knife is legal, man. Simple as that. Now with the Lord's laws now, you must have a black man, you can't stab him, man. That way, you don't worry about your children going out there getting stabbed. You don't worry about your kids going out to school and getting stabbed. You ain't got to worry about a man getting a zombie knife on the internet, man, for £8 and going to a school and chopping up people. But if you believe in the white man and his foolish laws, then there's no hope for you, man. All you got to do is rub out the word zombie knife and somehow it becomes legal. That's how stupid his laws are, man. His laws are stupid. Even like in America, you can't drink alcohol on the street, but you can drink alcohol on the street if there's a brown paper bag over the alcohol. We know what's in the bag, man. Right. We know what's in the bag, but it's covered, so that makes it okay. That's how stupid his laws are, man. And this man, you can buy online a zombie knife, man. The shit was long, at least 8 inches, but it's legal because zombie knife here on it, man. Listen, whose laws do we believe in, man? The laws or the white man's laws, man? That's the biggest loophole in the world, and we're wondering why knife crime ain't working. We need more CCTV cameras. We need more of this. We need more of that. We're voting. What we're gonna do? Because this is the man we trust in, man. This man is what you call a no people, man. It's lucky down about.
And then with all them knives and whatnot, black people don't make knives in factories, man. It's white people that make them knives. They make them knives, and he brought that knife for like what, 20-something pound. Listen, man. White people sell them knives to black people because they don't care that you're using them on each other. They just care about their £23, man. This man makes knives. He wants his £23. They don't care who you kill, man. Like one time I was in an interview where there was a white man and his exact words was, I saw the bullets and the vest. Meaning he sells everything, man. He goes, I saw the bullets and the vest. Meaning he sells the protection and what harms you as well. And that's what they do, man. They sell you all of these knives so you kill each other. And then what do they do? They're the same ones that come on the news and act out like, oh, England's so violent. And the thing is these black kids, they don't make the knives themselves. They buy them from somewhere. That's right. And you need to find out who's making them knives, man. You need to find out who owns these factories where these knives are being made. Because from my recollection, black people don't own no factories, man. Black people don't own no machines for metalwork, according to my recollection. So maybe we need to see who's making these knives and where the factories at, man. All black people do is go online and put in pay their £23. That's all they do. But who's making these knives? Who's behind it? It's their own people that's behind it, man. They're making these knives because they know that we're going to buy them and we use them on each other. And they don't care if a black man dies because that £23 they get in is worth more than a black man's life to them, man. That £23 they get in means more to them than 10 black people being stabbed, man. These are in the studio acting like they care. They don't really care. They're just doing that because knife crime is trending at the moment. Really, when these white people go home, they don't really see knife crime. It don't affect them. This man talking about, oh, that would kill me in seconds. You don't live that life, man. It won't kill you at all because these knives ain't created for people like you, man. Right. They make these knives for people like us. These people in the studio acting like they care. No, man. They don't have to worry about knife crime. Our 24 hours is different to their 24 hours, right, man. Molly May needs to come and see what our 24 hours is like, man. Constantly running away from knives. People chasing you with knives. You chasing someone with knives. Molly May doesn't live that life, man. Right. This man on the news don't live that life either. Right. So our 24 hours ain't the same, man. And these men acting so shocked. Really, they don't care, man. Where they live, these things don't happen because they live in nice parts of London, in rich parts. They ain't in Brixton. They ain't in Peckham. They ain't in Handsworth, Aston, Newtown. They ain't in the places where we are, man. Where they are is far out, man. And where we are, the zombie knives is where we are, man. Right. All these knives is in our neighborhoods. All these knives is on the waist of some black child in our neighborhoods, man. In their neighborhood, they don't have this problem. Molly May's neighborhood, she don't have this problem, man. Right. Molly May could never live the life that we live. She wouldn't survive our 24 hours, man. She couldn't survive the 24 hours that we live. Go ahead. So, Alawak Panya. Barak.
Shalom, General. So, look at the story. Black Pittsburgh organization, Jamaican immigrant, Peter Spence. 1 second, Alawak. Shalom, sir. What story is it? Couple years old, Black Pittsburgh organization. Shalom, madam. I'm gonna put that now, sir. Yeah, man, like what Dungabar said, man. Molly may not. She's talking about we all got the same 24 hours. We don't, man. How's it got the same 24 hours? You ain't seen a zombie knife in your life. You ain't got to worry about it, man. This is our life that we live right here, man. You know, we see listen, people that live local die, man, of knife and gun crime, and we read about it. We're like, yo, Dungabar, you hear about the guy that got stabbed up so and so on this road and that road? Molly May couldn't even have that conversation, man. Couldn't even have that conversation. No one dies like that where she's from, man. You know what I mean? You got it, Dungabar.
Yeah, got it. Says Black Pittsburgh organization calls for arrest in shooting of Jamaican immigrant Peter Spencer who went hunting with white men. Damn.
Yeah, man, that's what happens. Suck it, keep reading.
Black residents and organizations in Pittsburgh are calling for an arrest after Jamaican immigrant Peter Spencer was shot and killed in western Pennsylvania this month. The case has drawn suspicion after he went hunting with several white men and never returned.
And that's what happens, man. When you're friends with this white man, listen, anything can happen, man. You know, when you're friends with these white men, and you know, you go. Listen, there's many. What's that? A brother went in England, had white friends that went for drinks with them, and these friends, they kidnapped him, man, and killed him, man. These things happen all the time.
And the thing is this, man, when you go hunting with these oppressors and these Edomites, you think, yeah, you're going to hunt some deers or whatnot. The thing is this, they're taking you there so they can hunt you, man. They've all planned in their mind, you know what, let's take him out to the field. Let's tell him we're going on a hunting trip. Not realizing the joke is they're hunting you, man. Why is it out of all of them, only the black man died?
That's right.
Out of all of them, the black man. The next story, why is it out of all of them, only the black man drowned? Listen, man, it's not no coincidence. The thing is this, man. They know that their race is at war with your race, man. And they know you believe everything. So they tell you all these lies. Yeah, we're friends. Let's go on a hunting trip. If a white man ever tells you, let's go on a hunting trip, you better run the opposite way, man. Because he's going to hunt you on the trip. That's what he's going to do and claim he shot you by accident. These stories is too familiar. And this is why you need to be amongst your own race, man.
That's right.
The Lord gave you your own race. Why? So you can be amongst them. You don't need to be amongst no other races, man. Understand this, like their culture is their culture. You ain't supposed to be entangled in their culture. You ain't supposed to join their culture. Imagine this, you go on a hunting trip. And imagine this, you're a Jamaican immigrant. How do you even make white friends being a Jamaican immigrant?
The first thing you do is find more Jamaicans, man. So
how do you be a Jamaican immigrant and find Edomite friends, man? They're not your friends. They've never been your friends, man. Just look at how they treated you when they came to the Caribbean. Look at how the Spanish and the British treated you when they came to the Caribbean, man.
That's right.
They've never been your friends. They had you picking cotton sugar cane. They oppressed you. They had you fleeing to the mountains so much that you had to flee into the mountains and live off fruit and all of these things. They even sent people to hunt you out of the mountains. Same like this man here, man. They hunted him the same way the British hunted the Maroons out of the mountains, man. They would go there, shoot after them. The same way they hunted this Jamaican immigrant is the same way they hunted the Jamaicans back in the 1700s, man. They'd go to the forest, they would make all these treaties with you. Okay, come on out, we give you these cities. So you would come on out and then they would start firing guns at you, man. All of that's documented. That they would tell you these lies, tell you these nice words. Don't worry, we're not going to harm you. We just want to speak to you. Just come out of the mountains, come out of the bushes. And you would come out of the bushes and what would happen? They would shoot you dead, man. These stories, they've been doing this from the 16 and 1700s, telling you nice words and then shooting you dead. The same thing they're doing right now with this brother. Let's go hunting. Let's go hunting. And then he ends up dead. Listen, man, these stories is also familiar. And it's about time black people start realizing, okay, then, whatever this man says, whatever he says is lies, man. So, lucky, get me that scripture, kind words. His words are smoother than butter. I think it's Psalms 55:21, I believe. Listen, this man tells you the smoothest words ever, man. Tells you nice things. Let's go hunting, man. You're a Jamaican man. You know how to cook. Let's go hunt let's go hunt some deer meat and you can cook it for us, man. Some ox and we're all gonna eat it together. And you'll be like, yeah, man, let's go hunting. Not realizing this man's whole plan is to hunt you, man. They tell you whatever they can tell you to get what they want from you. If they want to take your life, they're going to tell you kind words, man. And then when it comes time for them to kill you, they'll just kill you and leave you on the spot. Go ahead.
Psalms 55 and 21. But the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
For the what?
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
And this man said, come on, let's go hunting, man. You're one of us. You might be a Jamaican immigrant, but we don't discriminate. We are the human race. We're all one race, no matter the color. That's what they tell you, man. We all one race, no matter the color. But this one race thing don't work when you want to apply for a job, man.
That's right.
When you want to apply for a job and they ask you what's your nationality on the paper, you have to tick Black Caribbean, man.
That's right.
Which lets you know they don't look at us as one race, man. Because they want to know what your nationality is. Go ahead.
Calm. But war was in his heart.
But what?
But war was in his heart.
Listen, man, this man told you kind words, man. I said, let's go on a nice hunting trip. But in his mind was war, man. In his mind was, let's take this nigga to the forest and we're going to kill this Jamaican immigrant there, man. First of all, white people don't like no immigrants, man. Especially a Jamaican immigrant. What makes you think these people just want to be your friends? Like they can't find Edomite friends. They don't want to be your friend, man. They tell you smooth words and war's in their heart. They want to dispose of you. Because they know that what? Chances are, if you kill a Jamaican immigrant, the police don't really care.
That's right.
No one really cares because, you know, you're an immigrant and you're from the Caribbean and you're supposed to die anyway because no one cares about you or your life. So they know, kill a black person, 9 times out of 10 we will get away with it, man. And this is why they're calling for them to be arrested, which means they haven't been arrested, man. Because they know they get away with murdering black people.
If you could, you give me Jeremiah 6 and 16. Here's the problem, man. We've heard so many nice words, and it's time that we start looking, man. Every time, yeah, but he said this. Listen, look, man. We regardless of what anyone has to say, look around and see that it's not happening, man. Everyone says that, you know, God don't see race or like how you look. But look around. Someone sees race, man. Life shows you something else. So read that for me. Jeremiah 6 and 16.
Jeremiah 6 and 16.
Yeah.
So that, yeah. 16 and 16. Kind of one card. Jeremiah 6 and 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see.
And see, man, meaning look around. It's not what is heard, it's what you see. And that's the problem. We don't believe what we see. We just want to be, we just want to be told nice things. Look around, man. What you see, that is your reality, man.
That's right.
What you see when it's hard for a black man to find a job, that is our reality.
That's right.
Not what we heard, but it doesn't matter. If you're a hard worker, you can get any job. What you see is different, man.
That's right.
And that's what matters. And even in the Bible, God said, stand in the way and see. Not what you're told, not what you hear, it's what you see. And what we see is black men being killed by racist white people, man.
That's right.
That, you know what I mean? That's what we see. We don't hear it. And that's something we see. Why? Because that's what is going on, man. And it's time that we stop it, you know, yeah, but maybe this and that. Listen, go by what you're seeing, man. And what you're seeing is blacks and Hispanics are dying by the hands of those that hate us, man.
That's right.
Read on.
And ask for the old path.
And ask for the old path, man. All what we've heard, that is new, man. But guess what? You don't see it. And when you realize that, ask for the old path, and you learn that right here in the UPK, man.
That's right. Come on, man. The way it says correct, man. A lot of things we gotta open our eyes, man. Like black people say, "Oh, UPK, you're so racist." I'm like, listen, do you not have eyes? Do you not see what's going on? Like, you're fighting for white people. Meanwhile, no white man's fighting for you, man. That's why I check. White people don't die by the hands of the police, man. You know what I mean? White people ain't getting aborted at a #1 rate, man. White people ain't on drugs as much as black people are, man. How am I racist for talking about this, man? I'm stating the facts, man. You know what I mean? If you don't believe it, believe this. A brother died by hanging out with white people, man. And once again, so how am I the racist, man? What white guy have we ever killed, man, or ever harmed? I ain't heard but harm the hair on a white man's head, man. How am I the racist, man? Meanwhile, the police kill us. We don't kill them. We're racist. You know what I mean? They killed this black man during hunting, but we're the racists. They put drugs in our neighborhoods, but we're the racists. They deport us, but we're the racists. They deported old black women in the Caribbean and black men. Some of them had cancer and had health issues and whatnot. But yeah, I'm the racist, man. Why? Because we talk about it, because we stand in the way and we see, man. We see it and talk about it, man. We're wrong. What you'd want us to shut up about it. That's the problem. You see, the black man that white people love is them clowns, man. Them bald-head clowns with a smiley face. Like, you know why? Because they shut up about it, man. They don't talk about race. They just get on with it, man. And a white man like that, a black man like that, a white man can't get on with, man. But you dare. Listen, you ain't even got to fight for black people. All you got to do is mention it, and that's a problem right there, man. You're a troublemaker. You're a racist. And that's the issue, man. So like, anyone say anything else, we move on over.
Yeah, and just on the back of that, what the oppressor doesn't want, he doesn't want them men to look and see, man. He wants them to live a lie, and that's what you see, man. All these black people that we look up to, they don't look around. They do not see. And it's not because they don't want to see, they don't want to offend their master, man.
That's right.
You mean why? Because if they looked around, they realize that we are getting dealt with horribly in the UK. But you know what I mean? Again, they don't want to talk about them things, so the best thing they can do is not see.
Listen, last week, if you thought Jim Jones' mum was bad, listen, man. Jada Pinkett's mum's even worse, man. Was it a granny or was it a mum? Listen, I'll play it for you, man. So, like, yeah, it's hard to watch, man.
Taught me about self-pleasuring because she wanted me to know that that pleasure was from me.
Exactly.
She didn't want me to fall into the hands of a man, and if he gave me pleasure, to think that that was him. Yeah. And she taught me at 9.
I don't know what to say. Listen, man. Some of these women got to start teaching the children much more, man. Much more. Listen, like, if you're teaching your children about how to pleasure themselves, that's what you can teach them. That's all you're good for, man. Teach them what a 9-year-old supposed to know: maths, English, science. You're teaching them self-pleasure, man. At 9, how do you do some shit like that, man? Oh, man.
How do you look at a child? How do you look at a child and think, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to pleasure yourself?
A child don't even go through puberty yet. The body even go through them changes yet. And listen, that is child molestation, man. So like,
9 is still primary school, right?
Yeah,
9. Like, how do you teach a child that at 9, man? Which lets you know that, was it Jada Pinkett's mom or grandma or mom? Granny's disgusting.
Grandmother.
Yeah, grandmother.
Grandma's disgusting, man. Why would the grandma? That's disgusting, man. Imagine, listen, where are people? How are people having these kind of grandmas? Well, a grandma's supposed to teach your grandchild how to cook.
That's right.
How to back then, this is a time, remember, you used to have to burn the hair off the chicken. Teach them those things, man. Teach them that. Teach them how to take the little black rice grains out the rice. Teach them how to wash the rice. Teach them those things, man.
My granny was pushing the trolley with the chocolate tights, man. She didn't have time to be teaching about self-pleasure, man. My grandma would go in church on a Sunday and just doing stuff that regular grandmas do. When did it change, man? So like,
and it shows that the grandma has no credentials or nothing, man. It shows that all the grandma has is sex. All the grandma's done her whole life is have sex. Jada Pinkett's mom, all she's done is had sex. Jada Pinkett, all she's done is had sex. So that's the only thing they can teach. When you get a woman who ain't got no skills or no virtue, they only teach what they know. And what they know is to pleasure themselves. Right. So that's what the grandma does. Pleasures herself. This old woman. She old. Was the grandma old? She don't look old there, actually. Oh my God, let me see.
What is it correct, though? Like, if you're a man that's, like, for instance, Serena Williams' dad was into tennis. They taught his kids tennis. You know what I mean? Some kids are into baseball, and they teach their kids baseball. And if you're a woman teaching your children how to pleasure themselves, then you're a whore. You're teaching them what you think is important, right? Because it's important to you. Sex is important to you. It's all you can think about. So, and you got nothing to teach but the one thing that you're good at, man. And that's self-pleasuring. So
and then now Jada Pinkett is cheating on Will Smith every other week, man. If Will Smith, waited before he got with Jada and seen this video, he would have knew. Nah.
Trust me, away from it would have been Tupac's problem.
Exactly, would have left that problem there. Imagine that she's teaching that, and Jada Pinkett saying it proudly. Play again. Look how she says it proudly. Like, I'm proud of it. What you taught me.
about self-pleasuring because she wanted me to know that that pleasure was from me.
Exactly.
She didn't want me to fall into the hands of a man, and if he gave me pleasure, to think that that was him. And she taught me at 9.
You know, it's wicked. You know, my grandma told me how to stitch the holes in my socks, man.
Right.
How to stitch the holes in my clothes. What happened to that, man? You know, my grandma wouldn't teach me how to self-pleasure, man. Or wank, whatever you call them classes there, man. She told me it's like grandma's supposed to teach their grandchildren, man. Grandma taught my sisters how to cook, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? How to make peanut punch and carrot juice, man. But not Jada's grandparents.
Right.
So lucky.
And you see that right there. What Jada's grandma done is, because she hates men, she's made Jada hate men. She goes, I'm going to teach you how to pleasure yourself, and pleasure doesn't come from men. Because the grandma's had issue with men, and she hates men. She's now teaching her daughter and Jada to hate men. And this is why Jada cheats on Will Smith. My pleasure doesn't come from men. It comes from myself. So basically, because the grandma's been used by so much men, she's thinking, okay, then to stop Jada from being used by all these men, let me teach Jada. Pleasure doesn't come from men. At 9, it comes from you. So she's basically teaching Jada, you don't need a man for anything. You don't need a man for sex. You don't need a man for nothing. You pleasure yourself, make yourself happy. And when you tell a woman make herself happy, you get women like Jada Pinkett that cheat on Will Smith with August Alsina. Because her pleasure comes from what makes her happy. So what does she do? Obviously, Will Smith can't make her happy no more, so she just gets the next man. He can't make her happy, she gets somebody else. He can't make her happy, she gets somebody else. Because her grandma's taught her from young, whatever you want, you go out and have it, man. Whatever makes you happy, you go out and do it. That's what the grandma's taught her from 9. So Will Smith thinking Jada's not going to cheat on him is a fool for that, man.
That's right.
You should watch this video and understand her grandma's taught Jada to be a hoe from she was 9, man.
Oh, well, she did good trading.
Imagine the grandma taught Jada to be a hoe from she was 9. And Will Smith got with Jada when she was about, what, 25?
Exactly.
That's 16 years. She's had 16 years of being a hoe.
She was well trained by then. By the time you got in the seat, she was well trained. You stand no chance. You can't undo the kind of you can't undo them kind of years, man. So
and if Will Smith would have known this, maybe he would have just walked right past her, man. Because Jada wants all the pleasure she can get, and her now we see why Jada's so messed up. It stems from what the grandma taught her, man. You don't be teaching your children those things at 9, man. Teach your children education, man. Let them go to school. Let them learn children's things, man. Teach your children that they must go to school. Prepare them for their SATs tests. You do your SATs test when you're about 9, right?
Yeah. My daughter's in that shit, yeah.
And instead, Jada's pleasuring herself at 9, man. Kids shouldn't know about sex at them young ages.
School don't teach at them time.
Exactly. Listen, man. Some of these grandmas, you have to ban some of these grandparents from being around the kids, man. Some of these grandparents need restraining orders, man. If they're teaching these kids sex at 9 and all of them things, some of these grandparents keep them away, man, because they're disgusting. Imagine that. Imagine one day you come home and this is the things your mom's teaching your daughter. Listen, man, it's disgusting, man.
Nice, mad stuff. Imagine you come back. So, mom, you been chilling with so and so? Yeah, how's it going? What's taught us self pleasure? You know, come on, man. Teach us something else, man. Damn.
If you could, it's a scripture in the book of Job about how a great men are not wise. Because here's the problem: she loves a grandmom, yes, but what she don't understand is a grandmother is not wise, man, and that's the problem. Many people that we look up to, they don't have wisdom.
That's right.
And what it comes down to is her grandmom's hurt, man. Her grandmom had a man, loved him, and he broke her heart, man. So now, all of a sudden, she doesn't need no man. And that's really what it's all about, man.
That's right.
And what you're doing is, what happened is the hurt that she has now passed that down onto her, man. And you should never do that. Listen, if you're hurt, you be hurt. But you don't pass that hurt down.
That's right.
You don't take it out on someone else. And that's the problem that we have. Many of us, we don't face the demons that we have. Instead, we just pass them on. We're angry. We bring it onto someone else. Don't be like that. Don't take this. And why? Because you're hurt and you don't know how to handle it. And guess what? In the UPK, we will counsel you, man.
That's right.
You won't need to have to pass your demons onto someone else. Why? Because you will conquer it, man. Read that for me in the book of Job.
Job 32:9. Great men are not always wise.
And that's the problem. Great men are not always wise, man. With her a grandmother, she's not always wise, man.
That's right.
Just because she's a grandmother, it doesn't mean she has the knowledge of the Lord, man. It doesn't mean everything she says is right. Why? Because the Bible says great men are not always wise, man.
That's right.
People that you look up to, it doesn't make them wise. You can admire them, but they're wrong. And let me tell you something, her grandmother is wrong, man.
That's right.
Her grandmother's hurt. And instead of fighting that hurt, you just passed it on, man. You just passed it on. And now look, even when you look at her, she's hurt, man. You can see that she's a woman, she's hurt, and she doesn't know what to do.
That's right. So you can see that it's coming from bitterness. Because she told me to self-pleasure myself. Not because I don't have a man. Because I don't want my pleasure to come from a man. She's angry, like, listen, I don't need no man. It's all big. I can see where it's coming from. She's hurt. She said, listen, I'm going to teach you to pleasure yourself, so you ain't got to rely on no man. That's where it's all coming from, man. So,
and there you go. And that, like what you just mentioned there, that's really what it all comes down to. A man hurt her. So now, you know what I mean? Because she's hurt, instead of fighting it, she's passed it on to a grandchild. And that's all what she has done, man.
And listen, man, the book of Titus, man, said women should be, said what's an aged woman? What's an aged woman, man? A grandma, man, a great grandma, someone older, man. Said these women should be the teachers of good things, man. Good things. And when you read it, the Bible lists what they should teach their children, man. How to love their husbands, how to love their house, how to be keepers at home, man. Not to be self-pleasuring themselves, man. Not be going to the club and go enjoy yourself, man. Get it all like your sister, man. These are the things that we're not supposed to be teaching our daughters, man. But what is it? We grow up in slavery, man. Under our oppressor, under the white man. So we don't have no rules, man. We don't have no morals, man.
That's lucky, man. Will Smith needs to be a man and tell Jada, you're going to scrap this show, man. He needs to tell her, listen, I've had enough of this show, man. Yeah, imagine how much
in my kitchen.
Exactly. Is that what she has in the kitchen?
Yeah, it's in the kitchen table.
It needs to tell her, look, man, all these things that happened in the past, just don't speak about them no more, man. And just close down the show. And then again, he's just as bad. He done an interview, let's say, he has sex with women and he throws up. Do you remember?
How eventful is her life, man? Like, it's having sex with Osina. Her grandma teaches her self-pleasure. How much is going? Her life is eventful, man. Shit.
Till this day, she denies that she's ever slept with Tupac as well. Come on. She went on a holiday with the nigga. She went on a holiday with him. Listen, man. Because he's dead and he can't speak out. She went on a holiday with him, man. I'm sure they went to Hawaii or somewhere.
Picture with Tupac and Will Smith together side by side. That picture was wet, man. The middle, and Will Smith got the nerve to put up the middle finger.
Is it a proper picture or Photoshop?
Yeah. You see, if you're a nerd, just be a nerd, man. Don't try and meet this try and match Tupac, man. It's awful, man. I think it's Photoshop. Look at the Photoshop.
Yeah, I think it's Photoshop because apparently them two couldn't be in the same room together. Because obviously, one time when she got with Will Smith, she said to Tupac, don't beat up Will Smith, and then Tupac got offended, like, what makes you think I'm gonna beat him up? And then obviously, but even Will Smith said, nah, not even close.
Will Smith will fix Tupac.
Come on,
you know him. All the experts say Tupac had a big mouth. Is it ever? Will Smith fix Tupac with Joe?
Nah, not even close. Will Smith even said he was jealous of Tupac. He goes, Tupac was like Tupac, and he was just this posh guy from Philly, wherever he's from. Can't remember wherever he's from. Yeah, so he was like, I was just this posh guy, and Tupac was like this thug and this that all the women wanted. So imagine this: your woman's got a best friend like Tupac. Listen, man, don't let your woman have no male best friend, man. The thing is this: that best friend is this is the thing. You have all these arguments with your woman, and that best friend just has sex with her and gets none of the arguments, man. Listen, when you and her are on bad terms, she goes to him for advice. And the advice that he gives her is sex, man. That's what he gives her. He says, oh, don't worry about him. Worry about him tomorrow. He'll have sex with her. Then she'll come back to you and still argue with you like she ain't done nothing wrong, man. What does the Bible say? A wicked woman eat it from wipe of her mouth. That's what they do, man. She'll have sex with him and come back tomorrow and ask you, who you cheating on me with? Let me look through your phone. These times, she's the one having an affair with her male best friend, man. If your woman's got a male best friend, you better tell her, listen, you're gonna choose between me and him, man. You're gonna tell her, listen, man, my women don't have male best friends. Imagine that your woman's got a male best friend. Look, best friend for what? What am I here for? You got a male best friend. I mean, what's my purpose then? Listen, don't let her lie to you. Oh, well, me and him know each other from primary school, and he does everything for me. He does do everything for her, man. Like has sex with her, man. He does all of that for her, and you're falling for it, man.
Big man, what man? Listen, I'm a man here, and I roll with man, so you can't play the games on me, man. Women are gullible. What man is gonna drive up and down doing stops for women, man?
Right,
because it's a good friend, and he likes you. Listen, this nigga wants to have sex with you, man.
Right.
He's waiting for that right. Listen, he's going about it the wrong way because he's getting himself friend zone. But in his mind, he wants to have sex with you, man. A woman is feel, oh, he's such a nice guy. What man sits down and listens to you cry about your man? Well, oh yeah, man, he's a dog, man. You gotta leave him, man. A nigga that wants to have sex with you, man. Listen, don't get played, man. It's a luck, yeah. And if my woman's crying, you can't console her, man. If my woman's upset, should I go to her friends and cry? Or she's alone, man. So luck, yeah. Don't let me hear no man consulting her, man. There's gotta be problems, man. So luck, yeah. That's all I gotta say, man. Listen, any man that's there consulting women wants to have sex with them, man.
You know what? See if you can. The one thing Steve Harvey said, pull that Steve Harvey thing when he said a man and woman can't be best friends or something. That's the only time Steve Harvey's ever made sense. Listen, man, this man will be your friend because he knows, okay, one day I'm gonna get to have sex with her, man. This is what he's gonna do. One day he's gonna get you when you're vulnerable and you're gonna have sex with him, man. He's gonna have sex with you one day. One day he's gonna come around with a bottle of white rum, man. He's just gonna. He knows. All right, this is the drink she likes to drink, and it gets her in the mood. See if it comes. Does it come up? What did he say? Yeah, that's the one. Steve Harvey's the biggest coon ever, but this he broke it down in this. Listen, it broke it down. What he said, I didn't detect no lies in there. Steve Harvey's a liar, but in this, I couldn't detect no lies in there. If this is the right one.
Come from?
I mean, it's a blessing, true enough, but really, it was just me sitting down being honest. All of my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're guys.
Think this way?
99.9% of us think that way. And you tell this to a woman and it just blows her back. No, I have male friends. You have male friends because they know it can be nothing else right now. I tell you what, all your male friends, just ask them in a friendly way. If I wanted to date you, would you be okay with that? And watch the fireworks. Watch. I'm telling you.
There you go.
You probably said it best, man. If you got a male friend out there, you tell him, listen, you want to have sex today? And let's see if he goes, oh, nah, man. I don't see you like that in my bedroom. You say, okay, man. So you're coming then. They're like, yeah, you sure? He's on it, man. It's like it doesn't work.
Listen, man. Like you said, 99.9% of men, and you women think your male best friend's not in the 99.9%. Listen, man. Don't let these women lie to you. Oh, he's just my best friend. Like Steve Harvey said, he's waiting until there's a crack in the door, man. And that crack in the door appears when you and her have an argument, man. That crack in the door appears when you don't do something that she tells you to do, and then he's gonna do it for her in hopes that she will see, okay, well, this man's done all this for me. I have to have sex with him in return. Basically, these men know women are naive. So what do you say? Yeah, man, we're best friends. We're friends. You just speak to her every day. Good morning. Eventually, she's gonna have sex with you, man. Them good mornings is gonna turn into her having sex with you, man. It's gonna be a good morning for real. So lucky, you can have a good morning. You're gonna have a good morning with her for real, man. Based off what? Her being naive, thinking you just want to be her friend, and then after that, after you have sex with this so-called good friend of yours, you're gonna turn around and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe we did that," and he's gonna say, "Oh my God, I can't believe we did that," and in his mind, he's gonna turn the other way, smiling like, "I knew what I was doing, man. This was the plan all along." Yeah.
Oh shit, what happened? I can't be happened. That Michael Jackson smile at the end of Thriller.
He's gonna hold his head like this and say, "I can't believe we had sex with friends," and then listen, man. After a while, he's gonna say, "You know what? We've done it once. Let's just keep doing it. Let's do it again." And before you know it, you're having a full-on affair behind your man's back, and your man's naive, thinking, "Nah, that guy knows that I'm her man, so he wouldn't have sex with her because I've spoke to him a few times." That man don't care about you, man. He wants to have sex with your woman, and she's naive, and she's got a male best friend. You better tell your woman, "I'm your best friend, man." About male best friends. I'm a male that's your best friend, man. That's having sex with you because I'm your spouse, man. That's it, man. I'm your male best friend that's having sex with you because I'm also your husband. Instead of, imagine this, you're her man, and sometimes you have to see her in videos with a next man. This next man's driving her around. Someone's saying to you, "Oh yeah, I saw your woman with that geezer." Nah, man, I can't have that, man. Imagine that. Imagine that you're just on the road and your woman pulls up with this geezer and this is her friend. Nah, I can't have that.
You don't mind them already. Man be chatting. Yeah, scruff his girl with their friend. You man know already. I gotta be the laughing stock now, man.
I can't have that.
I ain't having that, man.
I ain't have that, man. Any woman get with me, man. All the male friends is gone, man. You're gonna have to be one of those women that says, "Yeah, my partner." You're gonna listen, man. Other women are gonna be saying her partner's insecure. He made her cut off all her male friends. You're gonna have to call it that, man. You're gonna have to call me whatever you want, man. But all the male friends is going, man. Imagine that. They've got access to her. Imagine they can just phone her one day and just pick her up and just be like, "Oh,
you know what gets me? Imagine
I'm not having that."
You gotta do the headache, the arguments, the times when she's insecure and crying. I just need. He gets the goods. Just sends it back to you like I'm the clown. Like you do all that council work. I just get the fun parts, man. Nah, damn that, man. Ain't no male friends for you, man. So luck, yeah.
This man just has sex with her and gets no arg. Imagine this. This man has sex with her and he's talking bad about you in the process. "Oh, your man's this, your man's that. He don't treat you right. Get rid of him. You deserve better." And this nigga's consoling her. She's crying on his shoulder. Listen, man. If my woman ever cried in the next man's shoulder, man, you no longer belong to me, man. You belong to him, man. Crying, imagine that.
Cry next man's shoulder. You might as well put your foot on his shoulder. Man.
Exactly.
It's not mine. It's not my foot no more.
Exactly. You're gone from me, man. I ain't having none of that, man. But there's some men that okay and be like, he's just their friend. And I'm thinking in my head, "Wow, you're a fool, man. Forget that, man. You can tell your woman what friends she can have and what friends she can't have. Unfortunately, or fortunately, my woman can't have no male friends, man. Imagine that. Imagine that my woman's looking at her phone and she's smiling at her next man's conversation. You can't even laugh at another nigga's joke. I'm the only nigga's jokes you're allowed to laugh at. You can't even laugh at another nigga's jokes. Listen, man. If a man blows you a kiss, you better duck, man. If you're my woman and you're truly my woman, if a man blows you a kiss, you better slip out the way, man.
Matrix that shit, man.
You better make sure you duck that kiss that he
You
blows.
better do the Matrix and Neo, the backward shake.
Yeah, man. You better duck from that kiss, man. I ain't tolerating that nonsense. A man blew you a kiss and you smiled. I'm not having it, man. So lucky, dude. Best friend thing.
That was enough, then.
We get one more. Shamgar. Big up Shamgar sent me a video real quick about the misconception of drill. You know what I mean? Shamgar is more than Hebrew, you know. You might think Shamgar's a Hebrew nigga, you know. Shamgar is more than Hebrew, you know. Listen, look out for Shamgar's class, man. Every Friday, 7 o'clock to 8:30, man. Make sure you watch them classes there, you get me? Also at camp in Brum tomorrow, 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? Outside the Boring, right outside Primark. Make sure you're there, man. Support. And bring some donations, man. So like, am I right to say that?
Yeah, cool.
Bring that wallet, man. So lucky. We gotta start getting the card machine out.
We need to get one.
Start getting the card machine out, come man. Because cash is gonna be gone soon. So man think they got away with the donations and start swiping it. Get me? Start the Apple Pay thing as well. Start Apple Paying, man. Don't watch that, man.
Oh, you're on tour at the moment. Tell me, how is the tour going?
It's going good, man. You know,
Yeah?
the day off, come down these sides. I like your title, man. Was it Squid Games? Because it's an interesting show, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you try to... You remember they chucked the cards down and the guy got slapped in the face.
Yes.
And if you win him, what, £10,000, you try that shit in East London, it'll fuck you up, bro.
Depends on part of East London, boy.
Man,
Shoreditch, them guys like that. Go on, do it again, man. Depends where you go, man.
Pick that man to the trash, fucking wanker.
Just start singing in the streets. Now, what do you think of Digger's music? And what do you, are you a drill fan?
I'm more of a hip hop R&B fan.
Okay.
So I'm just listening. So yeah, I'm more of a hip hop R&B. But yeah, I just do a bit of drill music. What do I think of the music? I mean, music is music. Every sort of generation will have their music that they go to, you know, and that's the way it should be. You know, and everybody will express themselves in whatever way. So, I mean, it's cool. I mean, sometimes, you know, there's all this talk about whether drill music is responsible for violence. I think people are responsible for violence, not music. Like, it can be bad drill music.
But I feel like sometimes they want to just paint one picture for their narrative. Because you do a lot of work in your community, man. I see you in your community saying you're giving out to the young kids like trainers and clothes and all your friends, you help out your friends, but they don't put that into the papers, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, always. They've always got a specific narrative, yeah? Like 99% of young black men, you know, are law-abiding, go to school, but they want to focus on the 1% because that's the image that they want to portray of black people. But it's up to us to say, you know, that's not the case. Now, I've got 4 brothers, so when they started to say to me, this is what black guys are like, I'm like, that's not what my brothers are like, that's not what my cousins are like, so don't tell me what black men are like. And so I think that, you know, we have to counteract that narrative ourselves all the time.
Big up, Big up,
Like what the sister was to what, man? It's true. Listen, drill's just music, man. Just music. So when a man goes and watch action, man, you don't expect it to go out there and kill people, man. And likewise with drill. But listen, I play drill hardcore. Listen, I play drill hard, man. So lucky. Playing the AirPods in the car, everything. Listen, I'm not gonna kill no one, man. It's just music, man. They make a lot of this music is causing people to stab people. No, it's not, man. It's some zombie knife she's selling for £12, man, on eBay, man. That's making people stab people, man.
That's right.
It's the drugs you put in our neighborhoods. That's making people stab people, man. And you're looking at black people like with the problems. It's that drill. It's that drill music, man. Meanwhile, Hollywood makes millions. If entertainment's so bad, then why don't you block Hollywood, man? James Bond and Fast and Furious. Listen, the Fast and Furious, there's how much now? Like 20 of them. Listen, that movie ain't the reason why Asians drive crazy, man. Asians drive crazy because why do Asians drive crazy? I don't know. Because there's Asians, man. Something to do. Nobody blames Fast and Furious, man, for the reason why Abdul cannot drive. Why Abdul can't stop driving a 50 and a 30, man. No one blames them, but black people with to blame for everything, man. You might want to take them zombie knives off eBay, man. You know what I mean? You might want to do that instead of blaming black people just for having talent, man. Listen, oh come on, man, slack, man. You gotta wrap up. You to finish that, or you got anything else to bring up?
Say one thing, and like what he said there makes so much sense. What a lot of people don't understand is when you're a poor, violence comes naturally, man. You mean things that are wrong? It happens not because that's naturally you. It's because of the situation you're in. And guess what? You can research all throughout history. The Italians in the early 1900s, they was poor, man, and they had the mob and the mafia, and they was killing people left, right, and everywhere, man. Why? Because they was poor. It wasn't because of the Italian songs that they made. You know what I mean? With the music, it had nothing to even do with it. Everyone knew, well, Italians are doing this because they're poor. They need jobs. So why is it when it comes to us, it's the songs that we make? Why don't you focus on the lack of jobs that we have, the lack of education that we have to get good, reliable jobs? And that's the problem. No one wants to think about the racism we receive. So the best thing they can do is blame the songs that we make, man. And that's what it is.
Well, listen, I couldn't say about myself, man. You know what I mean? So again, tomorrow we'll be in Birmingham City Centre, 12. Make sure you come down, support the camp, man. You know what I mean? The whole 9. The wider to Dungabar for coming through, the wider for Captain Parasha coming through. Big up to Captain General Kabbalah Muff. Everyone in the chat, man. The like, share, subscribe. Be here next week as well. Some more hot topics, and you know what I mean. Let everyone know. Listen, black man, we all got different 24 hours, man. Don't let that Molly made bring it down. Thinking shit, I'm under. What's it called? I'm underachieving. I got the same 25 hours to her. I ain't got money like her. Listen, she got rich fathers, man. You ain't got no rich father, man. You know what I mean? We'll be here next week. Everyone, make sure you contact the school in regards to Passover queries, whatever the case may be. And we are here at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW.
No cowards in our camp,
I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you. That's right.
It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we stop that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Counterflow your dishes, pots, and sports knives.
I kind of like this. This is like an apartment, and a hotel. You know what I mean? Yeah. This here, right here, is about to be holy ground. It's going to be holy ground. From all our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. Brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th.